shows you that you could do it, and you did do it. And then there was that friendly against Watford where things started to really spiral into your direction. Tell us about that.
When is that opportunity piece? The shitty parts and the parts where no one's around, those are the ones that no one really cares about. And it's part of the process. But it's these opportunities that will find themselves too when you are doing the work, when you are putting yourself out there, when you are getting feedback and understanding that the next day is better, and you are getting the 3rd division tryouts now from the 9th division. And I come in fit, I'm ready. And again, as time and parameters say that, Watford puts out their first team. Thankfully, if I would have been playing against the reserves, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But they put out their first team. I was playing against really good forwards, an English international named Bruce Dyer and an Icelandic international named Heider Helgason. And so there I am, 9th division player, playing against these 1st division guys. And the coach didn't have any money to buy any new players. They were looking for a younger center back because they had 3 older experienced center backs in front of me. And it was exactly what I needed. And that's where this time risk meets opportunity. Now you got a new pillar to stand on is real. It really, really is real. And all of those parameters had to be exactly at the right time for that opportunity to actually make the most of it. And I think that's what happened. And I think that I was ready for it. I was fit. I was prepared. I just had 2 3rd division tryouts, so I knew what it was like to play against good players. And I was ready. I was ready for it. And I'd worked enough on my game to be ready for those moments. And sure enough, you get asked. And now you got to do the hard part. Now you got to go play at Watford training ground and press them for real. And so that took a whole nother mindset of that whole idea, like respecting the environment, respecting the coaches enough to go in going, hey, I got to be honest with you guys. Tell me what to do. I am someone that's willing and eager to work. You can see I'm a competitive guy, but you can also see I have a lot to learn. So I'm here. Please tell me how I can improve. Again, the coach is like, okay, yeah, 100%. We'll do that. And then they put me in the reserves for a week and a half. And I got to play 2 straight reserve games and show them what I had. And then that's where the whole kind of Ray Lewington calls me in his office and he says, let's get you on the first team and see what you can do. And so he brought me to the stadium against Real Zaragoza, a La Liga team. They were coming for a preseason friendly, and I walked in the locker room and he had me in the starting lineup with 10 guys I'd never even trained with the first team. And so we talk about these challenges and these opportunities, but sometimes they freak the shit out of you too. And I'm like, whoa, like really? And he didn't tell me. And I got these bits of anger, and I had these bits of like, why didn't you tell me? Like blaming everyone else about how I was going to suck out there. And then I just had to right my ship, be like, whoa. Shut up. This is exactly what you have been waiting for. So stop being a wimp and get out there and do what you're here for. And that was a year and a half of work, a year and a half efforts for one moment, because I know if I go play well, I got a contract, but I know if I play like shit, I might have to start the road again and figure it out. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to do that. And so I wasn't going to let my mental health take that away from me. I had to figure out where I was going to put my mindset. And that was, this is the reason you don't want to eat beans on toast and sleep in an attic anymore. This is the reason you've done it. This is the reason why you're in this locker room right now, because you deserve to be here. So get out there and do it. Like that's just a conversation, but with yourself. But it was the most important conversation I ever had with myself, because I did play well, and I did change my mindset around, and I went in with the energy of that I'm here for a reason. This coach asked me and put me in the starting lineup for a reason, because he sees something in me that he's testing. And I need to go out there and test it and show him what I got. And so that was enough for me to get through that game. And that was enough for me to get the contract. Because a 1-year contract is like a 1-year trial. And I'm like, that pressure is kind of annoying. I want a little bit of more safety. So for me, it was like, I'm going to get myself another contract, what I need to do. And I know I'd get another contract if I became like a starter on the reserves, and I would maybe feature. Sure enough, again, I come in with the right attitude. Hey, coach, I know I got a lot to work on. What's the first 3 things I need to do to get in that starting lineup? Well, again, I can tell you, my left foot passing out of the back needed to be better. My right foot diagonal, again, I'm not going to hit it left-sided anyway, but my diagonal ball to the winger in stride was number 2. And the last thing was my communication. When we got to the end of the season, we were 3rd, and we just almost missed out on automatic. Went into the playoffs knowing we were still the underdogs in our minds. But we were such a well-drilled machine at that point, and our circles had become so strong and so powerful and confidence building for us that we drew against Crystal Palace in our first round, and we beat them 3-0 at home and 3-0 at their place and 0-0 at our place, and walked into the playoffs with a lot of confidence. And Leeds was supposed to wipe the floor with us. They had all the big names, all the big money, and we beat them 3-0 in the final. And you know, sure enough, I'm on the field with the man of the match ball going, well, I don't know how this happened, but here I am, and this is amazing. And so that was kind of this whole idea of me now knowing and building more confidence in myself that I do belong there. I am sitting there holding that ball, and so gain confidence in that. And that moved into our premiership season.
2010 World Cup. First off, I'll paint a little scenario for you. Tim Howard catches the cross. It's a quick outlet to Josie, ball in the box, little deflection. Landon slams home the rebound. Where's Jay DeMerit during this play? And what was that celebration like? What was that feeling like? And that encapsulation of, you know, small town in Green Bay, climbing the ladder to, you know, walk off with a huge win and a knockout game in a World Cup for your country.
Well, and again, it's funny. I saw that video today. Somebody posted it in the stands. Yeah, my buddy Stan's Army. He's the social media guy. He posted this "remember when" like kind of idea, and I watched it, and I'm like, I'm in the box again. Like I have a half a tongue at the time. I don't know if you guys know that story, but I had like cut my tongue perpendicularly down in the 3rd minute from an elbow, so I'm like spitting blood for 90
against Algeria, right?
Yeah, and so I feel like I got blood all over my lips. Like you look at any pictures. So I'd been doing that for like 87 minutes. And so I'm just trying to get through it. When the ball comes in the box, like I'm just trying to do my job. I'm not trying to like get down the field or do anything extra, right? I'm just doing my lane right here. And I remember it's in the box, but cross whipping in. I kind of grab the guy, just Tim comes into Tim's hands. And then I see Landon, I just see him toss it like far. And I'm like, oh geez, Landon's in, like he's on his own right here. And so that kind of starts it. And as we push up the defense, it's just like one of those kind of ideas. And then all of a sudden it goes in. And then I come sprinting down, do a barrel roll over the big pile. And then I got to run back there and wait for the final whistle. But, you know, that was just a culmination again of a bunch of guys that really believed in the cause of why we were there. That's why that group really got a lot of really great wins over 2009, 2010. I think we were a group that just really believed in each other, really liked playing with each other. You know, we had a competitive edge to us. We had a bunch of characters. You know, we had the Dempseys, the Altidores, the Howards, the Bocanegras, the Charandalos, the Holdens. Like these are guys that all have such abundant characters and what we all brought to a different group. And I think Bob would love that about us. I think that's what made it fun for him too. He didn't always understand our characters, but I think he knew that we loved playing with each other, and that says a lot. And so Bob always put good groups out there to allow us to have those big victories that we did. And I think, in the end, that was the key.